Welcome to Attleboro Update. With great local man in need of a kidney receives the gift of life, festivities for the Big Read are in full swing, and partner organization Triborough Youth Theater showed that Attleboro.
Welcome to Attleboro Update, where you can get the latest in what's going on in the Attleboro community. You can watch all of our content by visiting our website, AACS.com, by downloading the AACS mobile app, or if you have a Roku, you can search for the AACS Roku channel. The Attleboro Area Interfaith Collaborative has launched their annual Kids Summer Café, a program that provides area children with free nutritious lunches Monday through Friday. We spoke with coordinator Pam Turallo to learn more.
I'm with the Attleboro Area Interfaith Collaborative. I'm the Food and Friends Program Administrator. We're out here at the Balfour River Park where we serve kids summer lunches from now through August 19th on Monday through Fridays. All our meals are grab and goes. So you can come and take meals to take home. You can stay in the park and eat. You can pick up for other kids. We would love to see people come and get the meals. We're also at Briggs Playground, and starting Monday, we're going to be over at the Attleboro Housing Authority in front of the rec room. So any child 18 and under who would like a meal is welcome to come. We have no income requirements. We have no city requirements. It doesn't matter where you're from or how much you make or how little you make. We just want to feed the kids, so we would love to have people come. Today we have a chicken stir fry. So it's shredded chicken type. We get it from Willow Tree, they donate. And broccoli and corn and carrots, different vegetables, a nice soy sauce over at fettuccine noodles. They have a whole fruit. I believe it's an orange day. They get a snack and they get a milk. Sometimes they get a little extra if we have extras. We will accommodate dietary restrictions if we're asked. We have done gluten-free meals. We do dairy-free meals. If someone comes to us, we try to do our best to accommodate. We stopped using pork products quite a few years ago because of the Muslim population. And we do not serve anything, peanut butter. We try to stay away from that because of the allergies. But if someone truly has a dietary need, they just need to let the coordinators here know that. They'll relay it to us and we will serve it, as well as vegetarians too. During the school year, they get the free lunches and the free lunch program. When it's time for school to let out, many parents struggle. When the kids are out and the parents have more of a burden for meals, this one meal a day can make a big difference in their budgets. This year we've done so far, this is our third week, and after today we should hit 1,000 lunches we've passed out. We are at Briggs Playground on East Street, right next to the pool. We're here at Balfour River Park, right outside the library. And we're over at the Attleboro Housing Authority in front of the rec room. We'll be sitting in the van. And that one is from 11:45 to 12:15. These other ones are 11:30 to 12:30. They can contact our office at 508-222-2933. They can contact me on my work cell, 508-971-2931. We also have a website. They can go on and pull our emails from there as well. Just come on down and get the meals. They're free. We want kids to get their meals. And, whether they live in a mansion or they live in housing, it doesn't matter. We don't ask. So just come on down, have fun, and get meals.
The trustees of the Attleboro Public Library have moved to eliminate fines for most late items. The policy took effect on July 1st and is aimed at making the library more accessible to everyone. We spoke with a library representative to learn more.
My name is Katie Butler. I'm the circulation supervisor here at the Attleboro Public Library, and as of July 1st, we have gone fine-free here in the city of Attleboro. In 2019, the American Library Association asked for public libraries to review their policies about fines. They discovered through research that it was really a hindrance to getting people to come into the library. It was actually an economic barrier, and our whole point of being here is serving everyone of all walks of life. So we followed that instruction along with North Attleboro and some other area libraries, and we decided it was what was best for our patrons, so we're fine-free. Senior citizens have always been fine-free. Anyone over the age of 60, they are exempt of fines. We do have a few exceptions. Things like our hotspots and our museum passes will accrue fines $1 a day if they are late. That's because those items are a little bit more expensive and they're in very, very high demand. We also have lending that we do throughout the state of Massachusetts as well as nationwide. Any items our reference department gets from you from those networks also will have fines if they are late. But those are far and few between, although we do a lot of them. Most of them come back on time. So for the most part, I would say 97% of our items that you check out here at the Attleboro Public Library will be fine-free if you're a little bit late with them, if you need some more time. We've had a lot of people be very happy about it. One thing we also did as of July 1st was we forgave any old overdue fees or fines that were sitting on cards. That also cleans up our records and just makes it a more pleasant experience for everybody, the staff, and most importantly, the people coming into the library. So most people have been excited about it and appreciative. We have 18,000 patrons, borrowers. We have 93,000 items in the building. We have lots of different things here at the library that you maybe wouldn't expect. We have kilowatt meters that can be checked out. We have book bags if you forget your book bag at home. Bike locks, our ukuleles, board games, puzzles, all of our library of things will not have fines with the exception of the museum passes and the hotspots. You get the items for 2 weeks or 4 weeks. They will renew for another 4 weeks. So really you could have an item for up to 8 weeks and then have it be overdue for 14 days before we call you and say, hey, could you please return that item? So you do have quite a long time with it before we would be asking for it back. You get a notice 3 days before your item's going to be due, and then you get another notice 3 days once it's been overdue for 3 days. So we do try to, keep you informed of the due date so that way, it can come back on time to the best of your ability. It does only apply to items checked out here at the Attleboro Public Library. So if you check an item out at a local library that's not fine-free and then return it back here, it will have a fine. So be sure to come on down and get your checkouts here from us. If people have questions, they can call the library at 508-222-0157. Again, my first name is Katie. You can always ask for me or our Assistant Director, Joseph, but any of the staff members that answer the phone should be able to help you with your questions.
Capron Park Zoo has a number of ongoing summer programs and family-friendly activities. We spoke with a representative to learn more.
My name is Corey Shoemaker. I'm the program coordinator over here at Capron Park Zoo. Right now we're in full swing of our summer programs, our summer outdoor adventures programs is what we're calling them. They're basically week-long programs for kids of different age groups, and they do various things around the zoo, help build enrichment for some of the animals, as well as learning about the animals in the exhibits themselves, and normal fun games and activities as well. As far as going on this summer, we have the summer programs going on at this point. We do have a few camp groups that are coming in for various programs and things like that. But right now we're in a little bit of a flux with our new gateway that's being put into the zoo, and we have a little bit of turnover with our staff here at the zoo. So while we have some plans that are in the works for this fall coming up, I've been telling people keep an eye on our Facebook page, because as soon as we get things ready, we're going to start rolling out all sorts of new activities and programs. They start off, the youngest group is 5 and 6-year-olds, and then they move up from there. Our oldest camp is 11 and 12-year-olds. The 12-year-olds, after they graduate from that program, they can move on to becoming zoo crew here at the zoo, which are our teen volunteer programs. The zoo crew range from 13 and up. We've had a ton of kids that have come through our programs, been part of zoo crew, moved on to college, and then come back. We've actually have one person on staff right now that used to be one of our former campers, who is now a zookeeper here at the zoo.
My name's Matt. I work here at Capron Park Zoo. I'm actually a camp counselor running one of these 2 camps that we have going on here. We like to give the campers some different games and activities to try to teach them about the animals here, animals in the wild, and just nature in general. I actually started volunteering here way back in middle school. As a kid, I always loved animals, loved learning about them, loved going to zoos, dragging my parents to as many as I could. What they'd have us do as volunteers is we'd be set up in front of different enclosures around the zoo, and we'd hold what we call a biofact, which would be any kind of skull or fur, anything that relates to the animals, something kind of physical something tangible for visitors to kind of touch and learn about. And you'd also help out with caring for some of the animals in the education program. Animals that aren't necessarily on exhibit, but animals that you would use for birthday parties and even showing the campers, get to hold them and show them up close, teach them all about it. A lot of coworkers of mine, other volunteers as well, they went on to major in different fields relating to animals, whether it was marine biology or zoology, animal science. A lot of people who come through here obviously have the passion for animals, and most of them end up trying to work hands-on with animals. That's what I'm hoping to do.
I am Dylan Friedman. I go to zoo camp here. At zoo camp, we basically play a few games. We sometimes do animal handling where we can pet some animals, and some animals we can just look at. When it gets a little too hot out, we just go into the classroom where it's a little cooler and not as hot. And we also take field trips around the zoo, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Last week, I was still in zoo camp, but I was basically in a different part of the camp. I studied footprints, animal skulls, and looked at hair and bird feathers, and also snake skin. My favorite part about being here in the summer is that we do different activities every week, so everything changes. This is a good starting spot if you want to become a zookeeper when you're older. I mean, maybe I'll become a zookeeper. I really don't know. Have a great summer, Attleboro. Come down to Capron Park Zoo and join the camp.
The Rotary Club of Attleboro has coordinated with the Attleboro School Department to donate some of the leftover supplies from the old Attleboro High School building as the department prepares to open the new high school. Donations will be sent to Panama. Rotarians were busy moving some of the supplies last Saturday. President Ryan Sherman spoke about how the idea came about.
I'm Ryan Sherman, the current president of the Attleboro Rotary Club, and we're actually here today doing the project, taking some of the supplies that are left over here at the Attleboro High School, putting them in the shipping container behind me, and we're going to be sending them over to Bocas del Toro, Panama. So, this project came to fruition due to, some of the members coming up with an idea of what's going to happen, with the supplies left in the school. And we got to thinking, we reached out to the school department and worked with them to, figure out what would be left over after every department, and, everyone went through what's here. And, anything that was left that was still good, we went through, gathered it over the last couple weeks. And now we're loading it into the shipping container that we're going to send out to New York, which will make its way from New York down to Panama, and then we trucked over to the actual Bocas del Toro community and dispersed through the school systems that they have there, as well as community centers and other places. While we didn't have a specific fundraiser just for this community project that we put together, every year in our budget we usually put aside money for a larger project. Now, we don't do a larger project every year, so we have about 2 or 3 years of accumulation of large project allocations that we've set aside for this. So it's a sizable chunk of funds that we're putting together to send over, but it's certainly well worth the amount of goods that they're going to be getting, because buying these goods new and then shipping them to that area would be significantly higher than what it is to basically ship this there ourselves.
My name's Jeff Nelson. Most of the club, in one way or another, has contributed. From the inception of this project, initially for months and months, it was a very logistical Zoom call type project where we were coordinating what was going to happen. And then over the last few weeks, different club members at various times, we've been running around the school, kind of grabbing anything that was available for donation and staging it in a room just off the loading dock here. Well, so today that we can load these items into the container to be shipped.
So we actually thought we were going to be overfilled by the amount that we had already gathered. However, we're about a little less than half full at the moment. We still have more stuff going in, but at the end of the day, we're probably going to end up seeing what else we have that's available to us to ship here at the end. So we're going to definitely get this close to full as best we can, because anything that's left over could be put to good use.
We have a group here today, and really this is the heavy lifting of the whole project. Everything that we've been doing for the last 7 or 8 months is kind of culminating today in loading the container. You know, probably half of our membership, maybe a little less than half of our membership is here today. We expect others to be showing up while some have to leave. So it really is a group effort, and I'm very proud of the Rotarians, very proud to have been president of the club, and very proud of everyone here. So it's been a great effort.
I am thankful that everyone is here being safe. You know, we have water, we have some fans. We're trying to stay as cool as possible. It is a very hot day today, and you know, we're just going to do what we can, take our breaks, and you know, I'm just thankful for the community, Rotary, you know, Attleboro High School, you know, the Attleboro Public Schools, all coming together to, you know, make use of something that still has, you know, some good use left in it.
Zahara Cannabis recently opened their doors to the public. The organization held a ribbon-cutting ceremony with the United Regional Chamber of Commerce. We spoke with Chamber President Jack Lank and the business owners.
Hey folks, Jack Lank from the United Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're here today for the grand opening of Zahara Cannabis down here on Frank Mossberg Drive. Brand new, beautiful facility. If you get a chance, you're going to come by and check it out. It's one of the many facilities that have been built up in Attleboro, but these guys have come in and they've done it right. They have employed more than 50 people already. They're going to bring some great economic development to the city. They have some plans for the 2 lots next door to expand and probably do a grow house and a manufacturing house, which again will add to the jobs and everything that we have here in the city, much, much needed. They've just been great partners to work with so far. One of the other things they do an awful lot of is they donate to a lot of the nonprofits. I know that's part of the deal with the Cannabis Commission, but these guys go above and beyond, and they reach out and they share the wealth, because let's face it, the cannabis world right now, they're making a lot of money. And these guys are some of the good guys, and they're ready to share it with the community. Not only that, the money that they will be giving the community through the taxes that were already set up.
Ready to cut? 1, 2, 3.
Sure. Well, we had an opportunity working with some people that used to own the property. We wound up purchasing the building, the land, the licenses, and came together with some other partners of ours out of New York that should be here soon, and formed Zahara. Built it, and here we go.
Yeah, and with the idea of working with the community and some of the local charities in the community, and just trying to be a steward in the community, and right here as well, great culture when you walk inside, as you probably noticed when you're in. We're really trying to promote that culture, and when people come in, they feel friendly service, and I think we're accomplishing that, and I think that'll help in our growth as we move on.
We're going to be hiring a fair amount of staff, still hiring, and obviously the tax. Everybody's familiar with the tax benefits of the cannabis industry and what it puts back into the towns. So there's a lot, and it's help clean up the areas. We're going to develop the upper lot eventually, and just continue to bring business here.
Well, there's so many different dispensaries out there today in Massachusetts. They're all over. And we just want to promote the culture and the friendliness, and when people come in, they feel welcome. When the soccer mom and pops come in, they don't feel intimidated, and they come in and talk to somebody that's actually going to speak to them and make them comfortable. And that's really the big thing, is to make everybody comfortable that comes in the door.
We're looking forward to this. We couldn't wait to get it going with the couple of the bands we have playing, food trucks, beer truck, and then our vendors as well that are set up here. We're looking forward to having a bunch of people. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think it's great that the local and state leadership came to support us today, and that shows a lot, and we really appreciate it.
That's all for this week's edition of Attleboro Update. From everyone here at AACS, thank you for watching.